going to Milwaukee? Well, listen, we've heard reports that potentially they would want to do it remotely.
Sometime if you want to do a separate interview, I'll tell you all the excuses they've come up with. Look, I've negotiated everything imaginable, including death sentences. These people are very worried that their candidate is going to blow the election by either not debating or having a mind misfunction. And when you watch him, when you watch him, and every 2 minutes, he changes the direction of his sentence. The non sequiturs are unbelievable. The things he can't remember. And I think we all know people with this illness.
Right. Moderators matter, too, so I'm anxious to see who emerges and who you'll okay. Meanwhile, if the president... Right? Yeah, the president of the United States is really concerned about mail-in ballots. I don't know if you've heard. And he's got backed up by what's happening in New York. They estimated after weeks of delays after mail-in ballots, now the Carolyn Maloney has won this election. But guess what? 26% of all the ballots mailed in were not counted because something was wrong with them. So out of the 403, 318,000 really decided this election. What a mess. Does this underline your greatest fear?
Yes, my greatest fear of all. You know, we say this every 4 years, so maybe it loses a little force, but I think we all know that this election is very consequential. It is the most important election, I think, of at least my lifetime, and I've been alive a long time. Whoever wins, this country is going in two dramatically different directions. We're either going to remain a free enterprise country, or we're going to become some kind of a socialist country that Black Lives Matter wants, Antifa, Sanders. Biden has agreed with it, and he's too weak to oppose it. He can't oppose anything. He looks like he can't make a decision. So that's where we're going, and that's where they'll go because that's the way they're going to get reelected. So if they get elected, they're going to say, we got to go further left to satisfy our base. So we're headed for pure socialism. We're headed for the end of private education. We're headed for a drastic reduction in churches and the ability to go to church, and
military spending.
The exercise of religion is probably on. They are dead opposed to the military. They want to do away with the police. This is no longer America. This is some other country. They are literally trying to overthrow our way of life, and we can't have that happen with a phony election. If the American people want that, they darn well better vote for it, because I don't think they will. As they learn more about the agenda, just go read the 2 or 3 backup documents for Black Lives Matter. Black people get salaries for the rest of their lives. Nobody else. It's a very, very strange society they want to set up. And so far, they haven't said a single word, even when the terrible violence is taking place by Antifa or by Black Lives Matter, both of whom are domestic terrorist groups, without any doubt. You know who knows that best? African Americans. I've actually had them tell me, why aren't they classified as a terrorist group? Is it just because they're black and nobody can say it? The 2 of the people instrumental with them were big shots in the Weather Underground. They're convicted terrorists. One of them had 58 years in jail, and Bill Clinton let her out in 16. And she's raising their money. Susan Rosenberg, when she was sentenced, she said, I only regret that I wasn't able to kill the cops that arrested me.
Right. That's
who's running them. Yeah. Stop the nonsense. Stop the nonsense. These are killers, and these are people who hate white people. They're people who hate white men in particular, and they want to do away with a mother-father family. They don't think fathers are necessary. This is what we're talking about, not the bull that you get on silly television.
It's important to point out, too, Rudy, that there's a difference in the slogan, Black Lives Matter, and the group that is yelling, fry 'em like bacon. Totally different. Thank you so much for joining us.
100%, Ainsley. That's a very, very important point that has to be made over and over again. Thank you for making it.
You're welcome. Say prayers for this city that you used to run. When I moved here, everyone said you cleaned it up. And things are going in a crazy direction here right now, and it's so disheartening.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor, thank you so much.
All right, Jillian has some more headlines for us. Hey, Jillian.